Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. All right, so this is a channel song that I'm getting. A Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. Not sure why, but it started playing nonstop in my head. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's get a message. And then the lyrics, once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can do. A total eclipse of the heart. Now, as I'm kind of like allowing it to percolate, allowing myself to like kind of understand or decipher a little bit the message. It's this energy of maybe for the longest time, like if there's a connection, potentially, it's kind of giving not toxic or karmic. It was a love that was, it started off great, right? Started off great. And now, because even in the song lyrics, it says talking about that your love is shadowing me like all of the time. So Spirit, oh, interesting. Control tactics is the card that came out. So as I'm kind of getting this like message about this karmic energy that again has been like overshadowing you, and it's like Spirit's like, okay, we're going to eclipse it out of your life, remove that energy from your life, because again, once upon a time I was falling in love, now I'm only falling apart. And maybe it's kind of like also like cyclical, right? There was a time in your life where you were good, you were happy, you were full of love, you're full of joy, and then life kind of like made you go into the shadows, made you do that shadow work, made you take a look at yourself and the things around you, the people around you. And Spirit's really been asking you to stop. What the fuck? Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop pretending like you're happy when you're not. Stop pretending. And it's like these people that are very much in these relationships where it's very much superficial. On the surface, it looks like everything's great, but you can see in their eyes, there's not the life, the joy, the vibrance that they maybe once had. Here, what's this card? The card that fell on the floor. We've got distance, retreat, or time out. Okay, and that also came out with the decisions card. So at this point, Spirit's kind of like maybe put you on a time out, put you in a place where like you had to actually like look at yourself, look at the circumstances, look at what has really been going on, so that you can decide, so that you can see for yourself, is this where I want to be? Is this where I want to continue going? Is this the path? Or is it now time to choose a different direction, right? Like you were choosing this one path that wasn't really bringing you fulfillment, wasn't bringing you that happiness. And now Spirit's like, okay, well, now that you're finally like understanding these things in your life and understanding that maybe, oh, interesting. Facades, beliefs. So you believed your own shit. You believed your own crap at some point in time. You believed that things would get better, or that, you know, something was, I don't know. You believe something different. Maybe somebody put on a mask, put it on a front. But at the end of the day, as we entered these things, were we being honest? Were we being truthful? Were we our authentic self, which then gets reflected in our relationship and how it unfolds? And if we don't have this foundation of truth and honesty and we're operating out of integrity, then really, like, that foundation that you have built, it's not going to last, because again, you're looking for something outside of yourself. You're looking for this spark. You're looking for this glimmer, but it's been a facade because it didn't start off in an authentic light. And at this point, we're at this point in our evolution, in our ascension journey, where inauthenticity cannot continue, and things are going to start to fall apart. Things are going to be eclipsed out of your life. I'm not even sure when the next eclipse season is, but I think it's summertime. But anyhow, yeah. Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can do. A total eclipse of the heart. And it's about surrendering. Surrender. Because in that surrendering, you can release those things that aren't of you. Oh, interesting. And I pulled to the contracts. So like these karmic contracts that you've had, that you have maintained, are expiring, because again, they're no longer in alignment with where you're going, with where you're headed, with where spirit is trying to lead you to. And sometimes it takes an eclipse, like something being eclipsed and removed, or being unseen from your life, or it's being hidden from you for some reason. But there's always a reason why. There's always a divine purpose or plan to that. It's not just happening because, whatever reason you might want to give yourself. All right, what else do we need to know about this song? We've got confusion, illusions. We've got third eye, clarity, healing your inner child, and North Node, cosmic purpose. So as you again release the mask, step out of this place where you were maybe dimming yourself, where you weren't being authentic, where you weren't even shining your own light. Turn around, bright eyes. I keep hearing the words bright eyes from the song. Bright eyes, bright eyes, bright eyes. You had bright eyes. And maybe for the longest time, a lot of the things and circumstances in your life really dimmed you. It felt like, and it was even talking about a shadow all of the time. There's a shadow over me all of the time. And it's like this darkness, this shadow work. But it's kind of like, as you had been doing, or as you have been doing the shadow work, the integration work, you have been again finding a way to integrate both your shadow and your light side, because they're both part of you. Okay, one doesn't have to overpower the other. You've been taking the time to actually integrate it, to transmute some of the darker aspects of yourself, so that you can shine even more brightly. Okay, what else do we need to know? This is a very interesting. Integrated, and then it said, and on the bottom is integration, union. So you have been doing your damnedest to be able to integrate the lessons, to be able to integrate and transmute some of those heavy, denser energies, maybe the downloads that you've been receiving. It's taken a while, so maybe you've been a little bit off. Maybe your body has been needing time and rest to be able to actually fully acclimate to these new energies, to this new timeline that we have been thrown onto. And then we've got wish fulfillment and assistance, spirit guides. So spirit has been working behind the scenes so that you can come into this place of wish fulfillment. Because again, if we're not coming from a place of authenticity, and that's the thing, is like we're in a time where there's no longer this desire for well, there's going to be people losing the desire to have these things in their life that is not really authentic and true, where it's just a facade, it's just fake. It's time for you to be real. It's time to be honest about some of the things that have really been going on, because a lot of us put on a front, put on a fake image, thinking that's what the world wants to see. That's what people want to see, but that's not really being true to you. So yeah, we're in this wild ass time in our world, where again, we have to have a lot of compassion, and we have to nurture ourselves. We have to have compassion for ourselves for everything that we've been going through, because we have been going through this integration process of the light and shadow. We have both within us, but again, it's what you're wanting to actually project into the world, what you're wanting to put out into the world. Are you going to find yourself in a place where you're again trying to control certain things in your life, even control how people see you? And the thing is, like, you can't help how somebody views you, right? Everybody has their light and shadow side, their dark, and sometimes, like, people don't understand that you have gone through maybe many dark nights of the soul where you had to go and go into the depths of your emotions, go into the depths of that shadow side of you, which again isn't always bad. It's just some things that haven't been like illuminated, or some things that again, maybe as a society we've been told like it's not a good thing, it's, you know, it's bad. But again, like you have been doing the work, and so a lot of people don't understand that, yeah, you have gone through, right? We've got this reflection projection card. A lot of people see you through this lens, this broken lens, because that's how they see themselves. And so as you have done the work, as you have been releasing the guilt, releasing those self-sabotaging beliefs and behaviors, you're now stepping into this place where you can again integrate those the shadow and the light side, which is both of you, so you can have wish fulfillment in this lifetime. And it is part of your purpose to be able to do so, to be able to go through the depths of what you have, take what you need from that, and then move forward in the lightest, brightest way that you can. Not to say that you can't bring in those elements of darkness, because again, it's part of us, but it's where you're going to focus your attention. But again, in an authentic way, in a true way, because our world is needing and craving authenticity. And so as you have been doing the work on yourself, you're seeing, like, you're showing other people that it is okay to be you for who you are, and it's okay to be authentic, and it invites other people to be authentic themselves. So yeah, we've got karma, balance, justice. It's a time of karmic justice. So as we're releasing the old, we're allowing those new experiences to come in that are actually in reflection and true reflection of who the fuck we are and who we have stepped into. So we've got leap, freedom, leap, opportunities. So allow yourself to embrace the new that wants to come in for you. My phone's gonna die, so I'm gonna end it here, and I hope you have a fantastic day, evening, or whatever time you're watching this. Until next time, many blessings. Mwah!